Bottled water is a billion-dollar industry, but it's hard to believe why would people pay so much for something you get free. I'm going to argue why drinking tap water is better than drinking bottled water. The biggest reason why most people seem to think bottled water is best is because they think it's cleaner. For those of you who don't know, the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency, regulates and protects our nation's tap water under the Safe Drinking Water Act, which was passed by Congress in 1974. However, bottled water is regulated by the FDA as a packaged food under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. The problem is the EPA doesn't regulate the bottled water. So that means the bottled water isn't under the intense scrutiny, the same intense scrutiny as tap water is. And even though some people might think the bottled water is cleaner, according to Lauren Posnick and Henry Kim, who work for the FDA, they say that FDA monitors and inspects bottled water products and processing plants under its general food safety program, not a specific bottled water program. Because FDA's experience over the years has shown that bottled water has a good safety record, bottled water is generally assigned as the lowest priority over their inspection. So that means they're more worried about food and drugs versus making sure your bottled water is clean. And that means hundreds of people who work for the EPA are regulating your water, but for the FDA, only like one person is going to be regulating it because it's their lowest priority. To further support this, Eric Olson, drinking water expert from the Natural Resource Defense Council, the NRDC, says that just because you pull a bottle of water off the shelf doesn't mean it's clean, or it doesn't mean it's cleaner than your tap water. In fact, bottled water has also been found to be found bacteria and arsenic. The NRDC also did a 4-year scientific study they studied 1,000 different brands of bottled water, and 33% violated their own industry standards of quality water. And so, in addition, some people might think the taste of bottled water is better than tap water. Well, in the following example, Penn and Teller is going to prove that that it might just be in your imagination. On one of their shows, they actually performed an unscientific experiment that 75% of consumers prefer tap water. And they also did another unscientific experiment where they sold phony water bottles. They pretended it was imported water. They called it Mount Fuji or Lait du Robinet, which means tap water in French, but nobody knew that. And they sold these waters for $7 in a high-end fancy restaurant. And the funny thing was, someone's in the back of the restaurant and filling these water bottles with a hose. Every single water bottle was filled with the same garden hose, and all the people were saying how great the water was and how different the taste, how great the taste was, but it was the same garden hose that was filling their water bottle. So in conclusion, if you think the taste of your water is going to be better, or if you think it's cleaner in the bottled water, you're mistaken, because it's probably not as clean, and the taste, who knows where it came from, so thanks.
This is tap water.
Everybody.
Mine's tap
Huh?
water. Mine's tap water.
Just open up your garden hose. I don't know.
They used to say with hose water not to drink it, like when we were little, because we'd all be playing and
Yeah.
we would like go to the hose and be like, don't drink it or else you're gonna get frog eggs like in your stomach.
I used to always drink out of the
So